to the West Coast, back to California's affordability crisis. Let's bring in Katie Zachariah, Republican strategist and senior advisor to Fix California, and Michael LaRosa, former special assistant to President Biden and advisor to the First Lady. Our gratitude to both of you for being here today. We were talking about affordability and California specifically. We have a little more information about that in some of our call fors here. This is call for one, of course, talking about the affordability crisis and all of the challenges that California specifically faces. This high median home price, $865,000, astounding. The income tax rate, ranking 48 in state income tax competitiveness. The cost of living, 45% higher than the national average. Not polling well in multiple polls when it comes to affordability. Michael, I want to go to you on this because we're also seeing kind of some infighting among Democrats as they look towards how to get this going, how to get things better, and specifically when it comes to housing. Your thoughts?
Yeah, California has historically been a very expensive place to live. In fact, one of the largest tax increase for Californians came at the hands of a Republican governor in 1991, Pete Wilson. Housing also another issue that has dogged California forever. It's a crisis, and you heard Max Gordon, your correspondent, a couple minutes ago, laying out some of the solutions that Governor Newsom is trying to place on many of the communities that don't comply with his housing mandates, who are turning their backs on this housing crisis. So you got to give him credit for at least trying. But in a state like California, which is the hub of innovation for the entire world, so much opportunity does lead to a demand of housing, and right now there's a supply problem.
Yeah. Katie, bringing you in on this as we're watching the Democrats do a little back and forth right there. And of course, Governor Newsom has some presidential aspirations, I think it's fair to say. But there's a very recent op-ed that just came out. This one's from Bloomberg, that Newsom isn't the best affordability messenger. Erica D. Smith writing that, talking about the issues that California has when it comes to affordability. Your thoughts?
The number one reason that people flee California and for red states is affordability. So look, the Democrats are talking out both sides of their mouth. Affordability is the number one issue in the United States. Yet the darling for the Democrat presidential run is Gavin Newsom, whose track record is unaffordability in California. The egg prices, the gas tax, income tax, housing prices, electricity prices. You don't get more expensive than California. And he's not trying to address these issues. He's trying to glaze over them and pretend that everyone forgot why they left California and run for president. So we see what he's done. I feel it. I experience it. I live in California. It is very, very difficult to live in California from an affordability standpoint.
Well, I think we should also ask the tech community how they feel, whether they're leaving California, because by the numbers, they're not. It sort of goes back to what they used to say about Trenton, New Jersey. What California makes, the world takes. California is producing a lot of everyday items that the entire world uses. Just look at Facebook or NVIDIA, Silicon Valley, and the streaming frontier. How many times were we watching Netflix a week? Let's give California some props for introducing a new way of life and advancing technology.
And the good weather, which is often touted when people talk about the overall standard of living there. Katie, back to you just very quickly. The challenger for the LA race, for Karen Bass, even further left. What do you make of this LA race that's developing?
I use the term desperate times call for desperate measures. We saw it with New York, and people go more extreme. But what I like to say is, you don't keep trying the same thing over again and thinking you're going to get a different result. That's the definition of insanity. And what we're seeing in LA is that, especially with the fires, especially with affordability, people are desperate. People need solutions. People need their homes rebuilt. So I think that what we're seeing is a drift towards extremism.
All right. Katie Zachariah, Michael LaRosa, thank you both very, very much. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.